Hey, how you guys doing? This is William Myers from Mantis Outdoors, and today I'm going to show you a really cool product from a buddy of mine, Adam Cantrell of Voyager Leatherworks. So don't go away. Alright guys, there you go. This is my new Scout rig sheath for the Pathfinder Scout. Absolutely love it. You know, I've always said on my channel that I review things after 30 days of use. I've carried a sheath like this for years, guys, from Voyager Leatherworks for the PLSK1. Just recently kind of passed that down to my assistant instructor, Austin, which he's in love with the knife. I don't think I've ever seen him not have it. If I did, I'd question his sanity. He's always got that knife on him. But there you go. The really good thing that I like about this sheath is it's ease on, ease off. You know, the traditional bushcraft sheath that came with the Scout, I didn't get the Kydex rig. I got the bushcraft sheath with it. It was a little bit cheaper if I did it that way. And I already knew that I was going to replace the sheath anyway. But with either the Kydex or the bushcraft sheath, kind of lost my train of thought there, you just gotta take your belt off. It doesn't seem like too much of an issue, but this is just a lot easier. When you know you're ready to go, lay down in your hammock or your shelter, what have you, just pop them snaps, rig's off. There you go. Now everything just kind of snaps back together. And there you go, ready to rock again. This knife is not going anywhere in this sheath, which is a really good thing in my opinion. The bushcraft sheath that I got for the Pathfinder Scout, when I got the Scout, if you went like this, the knife's coming out. I mean, it was incredibly loose. From the moment that I got the knife, it was pretty loose. And it just got looser over time. Actually, in point of fact, one time I went and laid down in my hammock, just to kind of lay down, take a nap maybe, and drifted off to sleep. When I woke up, got out of my hammock, knife was in the hammock where my back was. Bad thing, right guys? You know, this knife is not going anywhere. And if you do choose to lay down, like in your shelter, hammock, take a nap, take a rest, you can lay down with this thing. The way that it sits, no problem at all. I mean, you're not going to lay on that side, but other than that, it's not going to get in the way. But let's just give you kind of a close-up of the sheath itself. There's the back with the Voyager Leatherwork stamp. You know guys, like I said, I have my belt pouch. Most of my leather sheaths, I've had many sheaths from Adam, many pouches, you know, tender bags, all kinds of stuff, guys. He's been in business since the 80s. And I can't remember exactly offhand. You know what? No, well, it says on his business card, I believe it was 1982, something like that, but it started out in the 80s. The Voyager Leatherworks has been established for a while. You know, the guy is not just somebody that just got into leatherwork. You know, there's a lot of those on the internet. Not to say that that's wrong, it's just I'm saying that his work is quality and he knows what he's doing. I can say without a doubt, you know, I pride myself on integrity and being very honest, that I've never had an issue of any kind with any of his work except for one, and that is the belt pouch that I have on right now actually, and it's really not that big of a deal, but the belt pouch that I have on, he tried to use kind of more of a traditional closing system with the leather tongs, and it's a little loose. You know, from time to time I just kind of have to tighten it from time to time. Not a big deal, guys, really it's not. And even the pouch itself is top-notch quality. You know, since then he has actually went to like a buckling system on his belt pouches, which I'm probably going to send this back in and have him just attach one of those to it. But like I said, it's really not that big of a deal. I've not lost anything out of this belt pouch. It's just I'd like it to be a little bit more secure. But moving on, this sheath made out of high quality leather. The stitching on it is phenomenal. You know, this is just kind of my little rig here for attaching a whistle, so I always have a whistle on it. All I gotta do is kind of reach down, pull it off, there you go. Just didn't come with the sheath, guys. Got a nice ferro rod loop on it. If you have a 1/2-inch ferro rod, he'll put a 1/2-inch ferro rod loop on there for you. Many of you remember my old sheath. It was just like this one, but the pocket was vertical. This one's horizontal, and it is bigger. You can throw a lot more stuff in this pouch than you could with the other one, just because of this placement. So let's go over here and show you what's in it. Ferro rod loop, like I said before, is high quality. It will loosen up. Right now it is very tight, you can just throw that thing in there right now and it's not going to go anywhere. But over time it will loosen up a little bit. The strap to this is made to where all you have to do, it's very tightly done. Over the course of about, I don't know, it's been about 3 years since I got my PLSK1 sheath from Voyager Leatherworks. Over the course of that time, this will loosen up a little bit. The original strap is on my PLSK1 sheath that Austin is carrying right now, and it still is very secure. The knife is a little loose in there, won't come out at all. And I'm talking about the PLSK1 sheath that's over 3 years old. The knife is just a little loose, but that's what I want, you know. I don't want it to be 2x4 tight in there and just a pain in the butt to get in and out. It's a little loose, comes out a little loose, but the retention strap keeps it secure and it's not going to go anywhere. And this is, and like I said, I'm talking in a 3-year-old sheath. You know, these sheaths are going to last you a very, very long time. Alright guys, let's talk about this retention strap right here. It's over the course of time, it will get a little loose. It's just the same thing about everything on this. Everything is going to relax and loosen up just a little bit, but not too much. But this retention strap, really tight right now, which is good, is made to come down, and instead of you just pulling the knife out as it is right now, you know, you could probably run into some issues where cutting the strap or something like that. What Adam does is makes the strap swivel. So what you do is you just pull and wrap around, just like that. Retention strap stays where it's supposed to be. Then you can pull the knife in and out as you feel necessary. Even with the retention strap off, the knife's not going to go anywhere. I would say my old PLSK1 sheath, it's about 3 years old, I probably wouldn't do that at that point. It has loosened up enough to where the knife probably would drop out. But even on that sheath, how old it is, the retention strap is going to make it not go anywhere. So just go ahead, pull that out, put that to the side, pop that up just like that. New leather, really stiff. Open up this pouch just to show you how big this pouch is, how much stuff is going to go in here. Just a little bit of necessities, you know, the stuff that makes life a little bit easier is 2 swabs of cotton material that I keep on me for late night cleaning up, things like that, wiping my face off, things like that. Just a little convenience, and to tell you the truth, this gets used a lot. Got some of those little towelette things that, you know, you just kind of throw in a little bit of water. A buddy of mine, Ryan, gave me those, and you know, they're convenient to use. They're pretty cool, and you know, you can make fire with those. We've shown on Prepared Mind 101 soaking those things in a little bit of maybe hand sanitizer, for instance. Will make those swell up and they'll burn for quite a while. I threw a mini inferno in there, a micro inferno, a wet fire, and I have some chaga in here. Just 2 nice pieces of chaga. So basically, I have fire, maybe some cleaning up, you know. Alright, so I got some hygiene stuff here that could also be converted into fire material, char cloth. That kind of be a last resort in my opinion. Some other hygiene stuff that could also be used for fire. Some chaga that is medicinal and fire. Wet fire, obviously, fire. Micro inferno, obviously, is fire as well. Some signaling and more fire. So that was just on that little pouch and what is on the knife. Can help me out if I happen to lose my pack or lose my gear, take a fall in a creek, which has happened. I was canoeing, oh god, probably 18, 19 years ago. I was on a canoe trip, and the guy that I was canoeing with was a 2-man canoe. Wasn't the brightest in the world, and he stood up in the canoe, tried to do one of those Karate Kid things where he balances on the runs of the canoe, and he spilled the canoe over with me in it. I wanted to kill him. And the bag that I had at that time, I didn't fasten it to the canoe. We didn't lose the canoe, but we lost my bag. But we weren't that far away from anything. We just We just walked to the trailhead, and I knew the area really well. Just walked to the trailhead and got out. No big deal. Still, I was pretty mad. I'll tell you how long ago it was. I had a pager on, and I messed my pager up. My beeper. That's how long ago it was. Yeah, probably pushing 20 years ago. But as you can see, that just packs up really good. You know, this leather needs to be kind of broken in a little bit better, but it's still brand new. I've only had it for like maybe less than a week. Ferro rod goes in. And like I said, this is just kind of my addition to this. Throwing this little whistle attachment over it. And there you go. Alright guys, well that was my new Scout carry sheath for the Pathfinder Scout. Wanted to show you that. Wanted to show you the quality work that Adam does over at Voyager Leatherworks. You can reach him at www.voyagerleatherworks.com. All the relative social media stuff for Voyager Leatherworks is going to be in the description box below. I stand behind Voyager Leatherworks 100%. I've had their stuff for a very, very long time. Nothing has ever failed me. Sheaths, bags, what have you. Adam does premium work. You're not, like I said, you're not going to go wrong getting anything from Voyager Leatherworks. But this has been William Myers from Mantis Outdoors. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, I appreciate it if you click subscribe down below. Liking my video helps me out a lot. See a kid in the background? Appreciate all your views, comments, and support, and hopefully we'll see you in the woods. From a really, really good friend of mine, Adam Catra, Adam. 3, 2, 1. Got a nice ferro rod loop. Many of you will remember my PLSK 1 Scout sheet. 3, 2, 1.